what's up? Shin0525 coming at you with another video. Happy Sonic Month, everybody. It is June, it's Sonic Month for the channel, so we are doing Sonic related content. And today's video, I want to talk about how excited I am for the next new Sonic game. So, and before the video starts, remember to like, comment, subscribe, share it. I really do appreciate it, and it does help me out and the channel, and I do appreciate it. But, I almost forgot to say it this time, but I want to talk about how excited I am for the new Sonic game. Now, as of making this video, we have not got an announcement of any new Sonic game coming out. The newest game is actually going to be Sonic Cross World Racing, that new Sonic racing game. I'm excited for that, but I'm talking about the next, like, mainline Sonic title I'm excited for. So, it's actually been quite a while since we got Sonic Frontiers. It's been, like, 3-4 years, maybe? Like, when did that game come out? I don't even know. But, it's been a while since Sonic Frontiers came out, which is interesting because Sega usually does a Sonic game at least every 1 or 2 years. They're really, like, quick to knock them out. But this time, it seems like Sega really has taken their time off, really let the Sonic IP kind of rest a little bit before making the next, like, mainline title. And I think that's pretty interesting, and especially find it interesting if they went straight from working on Sonic Frontiers and went straight to working on the sequel to it. Now, again, I don't know if we're going to get a direct sequel to Sonic Frontiers, like Sonic Frontiers 2. I doubt they're going to name it that, but I definitely want to see kind of a direct sequel to that game. Mainly because I think Sonic Frontiers laid the groundwork and foundation for a truly great Sonic game. So, and what I mean by that, I think the gameplay of Sonic Frontiers works great. I think they nailed a new system that they can make a bunch of new games off of. And I really liked it. I like the way Sonic moved. I like the way Sonic kind of has, like, they came up with a moveset that kind of helped Sonic go around in, like, a three-dimensional world. And I think if they build off that kind of foundation, they can make a game really good. So, one thing I do think they need to work on, though, is Sonic Frontiers, don't get me wrong, is really good. It feels kind of like a filler arc, and I want the next Sonic game to feel meaningful. And what I mean by that, and what I mean by, like, filler arc, is if you're familiar with, like, animes, they will have, like, a filler arc, which is an arc that the animation team made up that's not based on the manga or anything. They just kind of, like, made it up. But the problem with filler arcs, though, and why people don't like them, is there's not, like, meaningful change in them, because they're not allowed to change anything substantial in a filler arc. Like, for example, if we're talking about, like, Naruto, for instance, if they had a filler arc of Naruto, they couldn't have something where, like, Naruto, that permanently changes the character of Naruto, or anything in his world. It has to be a very condensed, standalone thing. So, basically, it's like Naruto can't learn some new crazy move that's, like, really good, and then, like, in the, like, filler arc, and then later on, it's like he can never, like, use it again, and it's never mentioned, and it's like that. And I feel like that's the same way with, like, the Sonic games. I think Sega is very afraid of changing anything core Sonic, as of late. And they're afraid to keep moving the franchise forward. They kind of are just, like, content with making, like, really strong, like, filler arcs. And what I mean by that is, like, I think games like Sonic Colors is a good example of, like, a filler arc game. It takes place on, the intergalactic amusement park. And it's very unrelated to anything else Sonic. It happens in its own little world, and it doesn't affect anything in, like, the actual Sonic world. Same thing with, not Forces, but Sonic Lost World. Again, it takes place on, like a different kind of mini planet that Sonic goes to that kind of looks like his planet, with, like, Green Hill Zone. little, but like they have like their own different areas. And again, it's like it just feels like a filler game. Like nothing really like important happens. But then you get games like Sonic Adventure 1 and Sonic Adventure 2, and those games feel meaningful because it really does feel like those stories are impactful. So I think going forward, I think Sega really needs to focus up on making the story feel like not a filler arc, but this is the next main arc of Sonic the Hedgehog. And I think like a good way of doing that is if they bring back areas. I'm not talking about Green Hill Zone. I'm talking about like go back to Station Square. Go back to any of the places in like Sonic Unleashed. Go back to like wherever City Escape is. Like bring back some of those, but like in a meaningful way. Just don't have like a random level. Have it worked into the story, like why these characters need to go here, and like bring back locations like that, and also add new locations, obviously. But really make it feel meaningful. Make it feel like you like Sonic's world's actually growing and like progressing, and it doesn't take place in like this little vacuum where it doesn't really affect any of the other games around it. So I think if they do a meaningful story, that would be a great level design too. Like I get why Sonic Frontiers has that kind of weird floating springs and grind rails everywhere, because again it was like ancient alien technology that got like broken down but still is kind of intact. So it makes sense why you have a bunch of like flying nonsense everywhere, but it really did feel like a beta version of like a game. So I think going forward, they have to incorporate the level design more or like just much better than what they did in Frontiers. Like incorporate it where like the grind rails are actually there in like the level, like in the level design, or have like power chords you can like grind on, or really make it work into the level design itself. I think if you guys need help with it, look at fucking Kingdom Hearts like 3 and Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance with like the flow motion. That's a good way to make like a real fun traversal and incorporate the level design into it in a like smart way. I think if they did that, the game would really pop a lot more. Another thing I would like to see in the next Sonic game, and I think this is, I've mentioned this before, but I think this is a big one. I think they need to give Sonic Dante's style system in Devil May Cry. So if you're unfamiliar, in Devil May Cry 3, 4, and 5, when you play as Dante, the main character, you have the ability to style switch. So basically he has 4 styles, Swordmaster, Gunslinger, Royal Guard, and Trickster. And they kind of do everything that they sound. Like Swordmaster is a sword, is a style that allows you to do more like sword combat. Gunslinger makes you have more use on like guns and far range combat. Royal Guard is a defensive stance, and then Trickster is a mobility stance where you're teleporting, double jumping, dashing, things like that. I think Sonic would benefit from that greatly, and I think this would help them come up with better designed levels too. Because I think a problem with Sonic level design in general is like they don't really know how to implement like other things. Like for example, like the boost formula. That's a style where you just go forward at really high speeds. So it's kind of hard to make like a 3D environment with like game mechanics that are just made for you going like blasting forward. And then I think Sonic Frontiers kind of came up with like a good style, but again, it tried to do a little bit too much with like you had like combat there, you had like the open free running around, and then you also kind of had like the boost style formula with like the challenge gate things that you could do. So they kind of try to juggle a lot, and I think they try to come up with like one gameplay style that can do everything. But I think if you took it and made several gameplay styles that you can switch on the go, you would really improve the gameplay and can design the game better around that. So basically have like a style where Sonic is able to like move around in a 3D environment. So focus on like parkour, jumping, things like that, like move around in a 3D environment. And then have a style for boost mode, where it turns into like the boost formula, where where the controls are changed to be more of that of like the boost formula, where you're going forward at really high speeds. And then have another style for combat. So when you are in combat scenarios, have a style where you switch and then the control scheme goes to more of a combat-oriented style for Sonic. I think that would be amazing. And then if you really want to make me happy, make the fourth style a supersonic style after you beat the game. So after you finish the game, got all the Chaos Emeralds, you can just turn supersonic on the fly. I think that would be freaking awesome. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Again, I'm really excited for the next Sonic game. I have a good feeling about the next one. I think if they, again, move the story forward in a meaningful way, incorporate like the really good level design, and honestly, if they do the style switching for Sonic the Hedgehog, that would be amazing. I think you could make a fantastic game by doing all that. So, yeah, I'm really excited. I'm excited where it goes. I don't know if they're going to go off like a direct sequel from Frontiers. I know we got that cliffhanger ending where we had that weird like infinity symbol that Eggman and Shade were looking at, or Sage were looking at the end of Frontiers, and we still don't know what that symbol means or what it is. So hopefully we get to see what that is in the next game moving forward. But I definitely think if Sega is really taking their time and really putting their best effort into making like the next mainline Sonic title good, I think we're going to be in a good place. And again, I like how they're taking their time with it. It's been a few years since Frontiers came out, and I really hope, like, ever since they finished that game, they've really been focusing in on making the next one really good. So anyway, I'm excited for it. Hopefully sometime this month, because I am filming this June 1st, even though I believe this video is going to go up at the last week of June. As of right now, they have not announced a new Sonic game, but I am excited for the next one. So, I think we're in a good spot. So anyway, guys, I'm Shin0525. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and let me know what you feel down in the comment section below. Other than that, remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Happy Sonic Month, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, thanks, bye. Later.
And here we are at the end slate. Thanks for making it all the way to the end of the video. I do appreciate it, and I do appreciate it if you take the time to like, comment, subscribe, share the video out. That really does help me out and helps out the channel. So if you do that, you're awesome. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this Sonic-related video. The entire month of June, I am making Sonic-related content, so we're doing a Let's Play of Sonic Rivals. Every Sunday, I'm doing a Sonic How to Draw video. We're doing the Sonic Adventure Complete stream Monday and Fridays, so we are just killing it with Sonic content. So if you enjoyed... If you enjoyed this video, I hope you enjoy the rest of Sonic Month that's coming out. Hope it's a good one. And yeah, if you could just subscribe, that would be awesome. Also, half related to Sonic, I do a video series called Textbox. I was hoping to get some people on for this month. I don't think that's going to happen, though. But basically, it's a series where I talk to gamers about games. So if you're interested and want to be on, feel free to watch the playlist if you want to know how the video's formatted out. But if you want to be on, hit me up on either any of my socials. All that stuff is linked down below, or contact me on YouTube, whatever. So if you want to be on an episode of Textbox, just let me know. Alright guys, that's all I want to say for the end slate. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you for the next one. Okay, thanks, bye. Later.